What's going on, Bucs fans? Rachel West here along with Rick Stroud and Joey Knight, and we're back at one Buc. And we had to wait a little bit, Rick, for the Bucs to make a selection in this year's draft.
We did.
But they did it. Logan Hall, what do the Bucs like about him?
Well, you're right. They waited, and he was the last guy that they would have taken at 27 that was still on the board. That's why they didn't trade. They had some offers. They decided to stay right there. He's a big, long, powerful guy that they can play at the three technique or defensive tackle, can create pass rush. He just turned 22 years old, so the upside of this guy is tremendous. When he got to Houston, he weighed about 220 pounds. He's about 285 now, can still put on more weight. They just like his potential. And, we asked both, Jason Light and Todd Bowles whether this means that's it for Ndamukong Suh. And they kind of him-hauled around and said, we're not closing the door. But they also said, well, if we had injuries, that sort of thing. I think this does close the door for Suh.
They're closing the door without actually coming out and saying they're closing the door. So, Joey, then we got, also in the second round, Luke Gade. Seems like quite the character.
Yeah, that's what Jason Light called him. He is a character. He said he likes football and weightlifting, and that's about it. Sounds like a football junkie. Great backstory. Comes from, just rural Wisconsin. Played at a small high school. He said where school's so small, they had bring your tractor to school day. It's that kind of thing. Went to a Division III school, played tight end, walked on at a Division III school, and ultimately convinced Central Michigan through film, through persistence, to offer him a scholarship. And he played there for former Gators coach Jim McElwain and evolved into an outstanding right tackle. Plays with a real mean streak. He calls himself kind of a glass eater kind of guy. I've seen some other clips where he says he's kind of a butthole on the field. That's the way he likes to play. Ruthless run blocker. So another guy that they can have go in and compete to replenish the guard spot vacated by Alex Kappa and Ali Marpet.
All I know is I am high-key jealous that my school never had to bring your tractor to school day. I don't know what's up with that, but we got to fix that. And then, Rick, in the third round, we got Rashaad White, running back, someone to bolster that room, along with Leonard Fournette and Gio Bernard.
Yeah, he's a young guy that took another hard road. Through junior college, came from Kansas City and makes his way out to L.A. and then ends up with Herm Edwards, a former coach here, coach of the New York Jets and Arizona State. He's a tall guy. He's very fluid. He's 6'1". Herm says he reminds him of Marcus Allen. That's old school. He's not a Hall of Famer like Marcus, but he can really catch the football, and I think that's the thing that they were after, is that attribute right there. We know Tom Brady likes to check it down to his running backs. He had 43 catches, I think, last year, over 1,000 yards. Just a real hard worker and somebody that they can use right away. They've got Leonard Fournette, who's their bell cow. Giovanni Bernard is back. We know they lost Ronald Jones. So, I think this guy steps right in there and helps them right away, along with Keyshawn Vaughn.
And aside from being drafted, he was out back playing basketball and mini golf with his cousins. So I think he wins the night in many regards.
For sure.
So stay tuned, because we still got day 3 coming to you guys tomorrow. Make sure you're keeping up with all of our coverage that we've got for you over on social media at Sports by Tampa Bay Times, as well as tampabay.com.